getting ready to glue the front of the nose together on this thing. And the way that we'll do that is I have all my parts cut out. What we're going to do is use the one with a notch. That will be a nice spacer here, if I can get it on there. Okay, there's our spacer to give a flat surface across here. We'll be able to set these into the right spot. So there's the first one in. Put some glue on here, put the next one in, hold it down really tight until it cools. Not gluing to the body yet, just gluing these interplanar, if you will. So then we'll stack these up, pow, pow, pow. Lots of pressure on top to glue them flat. I'll use a flat piece of wood to hold even pressure in between each layer, so it glues as flat as possible. Okay, so I've got the nose section cut out, and at each level I pressed down on my super 68-cent brick here, and I noticed my cutting just really wasn't that good. Or maybe I fidgeted a little bit putting it together. So this is the cap slot. You see it lines up nicely. So what I'm going to do is pull the nose section off, and I will run it through the jigsaw and just create a vertical surface around there. Okay, so this is actually a scroll saw, not a jigsaw. If you've never had the opportunity to use one, this is actually called stack sawing, and it's done in woodwork, or even if you're going to make some kit planes, they do this. So you stack all your ribs up, let's say if we were doing wing ribs, and as the blade is operating, you just feed it at a very slow rate, perpendicular to that cutting face. Keep your fingers out of the cutting zone, obviously, and we work that around. And because of the narrow saw blade, you can make very nice curves. So I've done one side. This side all lines up real nice. Now I've got to do this side. This is like an old probably mid-70s unit I got from my father-in-law. Good enough. So the nose section has been assembled, cut flat, block sanded, and just glued to the neck of the fuselage. What it ended up constructing, or being constructed of, was 7 sections with insertion tabs, 2 sections that just have notches cut in them, flat built brick, pressure so that it's extremely tight and dense. I have a slightly offset size oval that will be the cap on top, but I'm not going to glue that on yet until I get everything balanced. This is where I will cut in, remove some foam, and I can use some lead weights in the nose as little as possible, as far from the CG, that'll be our datum, as far from the CG as possible, put as little weight as possible as needed to balance it with either a 1550 or a 1600 battery tucked into the neck here. And there is the bottom section. As I mentioned, they're just offset concentric ovals that will glue onto the bottom once everything else is done.